The influx of refugees fleeing Syria's 8-year civil war has placed a strain on neighboring countries' infrastructure and intercommunal relations. Turkey is no exception. Ankara has given temporary protection status to some 3.6 million Syrians at a cost of $40 billion. Yet this temporary status is becoming more permanent as complexities and uncertainties continue in Syria. This has created growing anxiety, even anger, amongst the local population, according to Dilan Tashdemir, who works to diminish negative speech about refugees in Turkey.
Hate speech is everywhere. In graffiti, social media, in the press, digital media, there are also different varieties of hate speech. It doesn't have to be necessarily insulting. For example, oh, look, he's Syrian. Even the Syrians wouldn't do that.
Some Turks resent the benefits offered to Syrians, as demonstrated in this comic, which depicts one man saying to another that he wishes they were Syrian for the free housing being offered to them. There have also been allegations that during the constitutional referendum in 2017, Turkish ID cards were being offered to Syrians in exchange for a yes vote. Yet most Syrian refugee families face numerous challenges, including severe poverty, which continues to worsen with Turkey's economic woes. However, these simmering low-level jokes and harassment have been escalating all over the country.
This used to be the grounds of a makeshift refugee camp for about 500 Syrian families who worked in the fields in and around the Torbala district of Izmir here in western Turkey. However, earlier this year, local residents descended on the camp, attacking the people that were living here, sending at least 30 to hospital, burning down about 40 tents after unsubstantiated reports emerged that a Syrian here had attacked a local child.
Despite most of the Syrians moving away after that incident, locals of the Torbala neighborhood of Pamukyaza still hold some resentment.
Sometimes we used to work collecting tangerines. We are taking 60 to 70 liras as a daily wage, but the Syrians are working for 20 to 30 liras. So it affects us very badly. We want them cleared out of here as soon as possible.
As the Turkish nation, we are hospitable people. When the Syrians came, they were miserable. We don't want them in our neighborhood anymore. We were kind, but we found evil.
You can see them begging at the metro stations. They beg in front of the mosques on Fridays. The money that two of them earn is more than 5 times the salary of a civil servant.
Tashdemir blames the lack of any federally driven integration programs.
Due to the wrong policies of the Turkish government, Turkish people truly believed that Syrians were temporary. They called them guests. Turkish society had this perception. So what happened? An integration policy was not developed, and the idea of living together was not created. Syrians are forced to work off the record. Indeed, they work for half the price of the Turks and have really lowered the wages. In education, children are discriminated against because they do not know Turkish. When you don't develop such an integration policy, a society becomes increasingly volatile and distant.
Turkey is not alone. Rising resentment towards refugees in general is found throughout Europe. Yet, as the host country with the largest Syrian guest population, the effects here are felt hard. Natalie Carney for CGTN in Izmir, Turkey.